back, everybody. The History Guy here. We are on to the Antietam campaign. So that means Crampton's Gap and South Mountain, which were both fought the same day. We're going to go Crampton's Gap first just because it's the smaller of the two in terms of the number of men I take in. So it's just an advantageous thing for me to do scaling-wise, to not build up a bigger army going into South Mountain and then going to Crampton's Gap. So we're going to do that one first. This is what I've chosen to take. This is going to be a tricky one. It's through the woods, uphill, a very small map, not a lot of room for maneuvering. So being outnumbered is going to put me at a bit of a disadvantage in this one. So going to make the best of it. Going to try to use these two units of big rifled guns, taking a bunch of mounted infantry, some sharpshooters, and just 2 melee cavalry. I think we'll win. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but we'll see. So, and as always, I keep forgetting I can only take 9, not 10. So we're going to go back to camp here. All right, some tough decisions to make here. How many? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think I'm actually going to remove another melee cavalry unit. I think that's just the way I got to go with this one. So just go with one. There's just not a lot of room for using them effectively in this battle. So they're going to outnumber me by about 1,000 men. Guns will be even, but I'll neutralize his guns pretty quickly. I don't get my full force to start on this one, which is kind of sucky, but that's just the way it is. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take our guns in. And then that way we'll have them for the entire battle. And then we'll just make the attack when we get the rest of the forces up. So I get my guns in a position, they can start firing right away. For those of you who, I didn't say so at the beginning, who are new to this campaign, this is a no infantry challenge. I am not using any infantry brigades whatsoever, and I'm going to see if I can get through the entire campaign on Colonel difficulty on the Union side with no infantry at all. So just using mounted units, skirmishers, and artillery. And it's been pretty interesting. I think, if nothing else, it's really helped me to develop my skill of using these units, because I'm not being lazy and relying just on a bunch of infantry to get the job done. And the scaling helps me. The fact that it scales everything means that the enemy forces numbers are staying pretty low. And while I'm pretty much always outnumbered, it's never so much so that it's impossible for me. I'm going to go after his artillery first. Well, that kind of stinks. Didn't hit anybody with that fire. There we go. There we go. Eventually we'll drive those guys off, and then we'll start hitting the infantry. So this part will be kind of boring, but necessary. Here comes the rest. So we'll get the sharpshooters up there. Let them start firing on these guys from a distance. Holding my melee cavalry back for now. He's probably got some units over in here, but I'm not going to worry about them too much. I'm just worried about the objective. But I do need to be careful out here on my flank. I'm going to go ahead and send 2 units up here. Just got to keep an eye on the time. Oh, hello. Look at that. Alright, he's coming at me now. He decided not to wait for me to attack him. Just gotta watch my flank over here. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm gonna back these sharpshooters up. I don't want them to be that close to the enemy. Well, he's certainly making my job easier for me by advancing. Alright, come on, let's just take these guys out. Hour and 30 to go. Just gotta keep an eye on the time. We'll move Graham up so he gets into position. He can start firing on these guys. But keep them in the woods. Ooh, sharpshooters, take out their general. Come on, hit him. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move these 10-pounders up a little bit. They're not doing nearly as much as the 20-pounders are. Get them in a position where they can be a little more accurate. It's going to be tough to push everybody out of this objective area. Get over there and make sure these guys stay in supply. Alright, so far so good. Let's move these guys up a little bit. I'm a little nervous about my flanks, just because I don't have enough coverage out there. I'll go ahead and move the 7th Cavalry up just in case I can catch somebody out in the open. Not quite in range. That's the only problem with these guys. Their guns are short range, so they've got to be close to use them. Send my sharpshooters up and around. Alright, let's look at the numbers so far with an hour to go here. So I've only lost a little over 200 men, and I've inflicted 900 casualties and taken out 4 of his guns. So it's pretty good. But still, the final push into this objective is not going to be easy. we're gonna get these sharpshooters up here where they've got some clear shooting they can do. See if I can hit the 24th Georgia. They're out in the open back there. Move my 20-pounders up. Alright, 7th Cavalry is going to take a volley from these guys, but then otherwise I've got them caught in the open here. I'm going to move these sharpshooters up. I want to try and get on the flank here. Alright, seriously, this should not be going this well for the 24th Georgia. They're actually inflicting more casualties on me than I'm taking, or than they're taking. That's an infantry brigade. They should not be winning the melee battle against a 2-star melee cavalry unit. But that's exactly what's happening. That's weird. Alright, we gotta disengage. I'm starting to get a little nervous about my ability to break through here. I'm just not causing enough casualties. If I can turn this flank, maybe I'll be okay. Hobson's, I mean, he's causing more casualties than he's taking, but he's up against a whole lot there. Okay, there goes Cobb. Perfect. Now we can get into the 61st Virginia's flank. We can hopefully turn them. I'll move Graham up. Alright, we might be okay after all here. Let's roll these guys. Actually, I'm going to send Graham straight up into the artillery. Because if I turn them to try and hit the 16th Georgia flank, they're just going to take artillery fire. I can't believe these guys haven't been routed yet. There they go. $22 minutes left. Come on. No. Push through. Man, this is going to be tight on time. Alright, I'm going to mount these guys. I'm going to mount these guys. And I'm I'm actually going to charge the 16th Georgia to push them out. And this was done on purpose. I'm sending the 7th Cavalry, even though this isn't an advantageous situation. But I've got to occupy these guys so I can push through over here to take the objective. Same here. This Georgia unit's gonna fire on Graham if I don't push through. He's charging everybody at me now. Now I just gotta hold it. Alright, dismount. Ugh. Lots of casualties going to be taken in this last minutes. I don't know if this is another one of those situations where the contested timer is going to keep me from winning right away. We're going to find out here in a minute. Nope, we're good. Okay. It was ugly, as I anticipated, but it worked. And I lost about 900 cavalry, 500 infantry. So what are we looking at? 1,400 casualties overall, inflicted over 3,300. Being outnumbered and being in that kind of a battlefield, I will take it every time. All right, we got another major general that we can put in command of a division, so that's helpful. We're starting to get some decent command out there for me now. Got another career point. Some point I'm going to have to look at army organization again. I don't think I'm there yet, but I don't know. I'll kind of sit on that for just a minute. Our next one we're looking at is South Mountain, and I think we're looking at 20 brigades for this one. So that's going to be rather interesting. He's got 10,000 right now, but I think that'll probably end up scaling up once I get my force built up completely. So my first things first here. Where's that Major General? There he is, right here in the 7th Cavalry. So we're going to switch them over to a Colonel. I've got a bunch of generals available in my reserve right now, which is good news because I'm going to need them. We've got 3 Major Generals now. We can only have 3 divisions, so this is where I'm thinking maybe it's time to look at army organization again so we can get a 4th division in each corps, even though I'm not entirely sure that 4th division will show up yet. So we'll see. But we'll get all rebuilt and ready to go. If you have any suggestions as far as how I should build my force for South Mountain, I'm all ears. That's another battle that's almost all fought in the woods, which again hurts me with my melee cavalry, except for some spots where I can get him in the open. But unless I can somehow drive him down into this area, which I don't think is going to happen, this is mostly going to be fought in the woods. So it's going to really come down to my skirmishers and mounted infantry, I think. But let me know your thoughts. Anything I could have done better on that one I just fought. Anything you think I should do for the next one. And then Antietam is going to be particularly interesting because I think that's going to be the first really tricky battle, major battle, with this no infantry challenge. It's going to be a tough one, I think. But I'm anxious to play it, so we'll see what happens. Please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for being a part of this channel. We'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.